Okay, I'm gonna do one more video tonight because not a lot of people have done videos on this particular topic. So let's get into it. We're gonna talk about what they call visual snow syndrome. Okay, visual snow syndrome. Yes, it does still have to do with my channel, with a lot of the things, alternate learning and ascension. So basically, let's talk about visual snow syndrome. Visual snow syndrome is when you start seeing like what they want to try to call them little particles and different little weird stuff, but I'm gonna tell you why this shit ain't weird. Like, the shit is a part of your ascension. Alright, because I was watching a movie one day. About to watch a movie. And I was actually thinking. The movie had me thinking about this certain thing. And I was getting up off the couch and I just remember like just blanking out. Pow. Like just seeing it. Like it was quick, like a snap of the fingers, like this quick, like as I'm getting up I seen it. And when I'm finna tell you what I was seeing, you're definitely I talk to y'all like that. That's the only way y'all understand. But you definitely won't believe what I'm about to tell you because it's hard to subscribe to. So check this out. What I seen was like when you look at a TV when it's on that static screen, the white screen, or the static screen or whatever. So what I actually seen was that's what I seen, that white screen. But I seen that across my whole eyesight, like my whole vision, my whole everything was that, like, but it happened that quick. Wow. And then right when it went off, I seen like this little fluorescent looking round sphere looking ball, and it just started fading out. Like, but it almost looked like when you look at a bright light and then you look out from it and you kind of still see like the little sphere, like the other lights that you was just looking at. It kind of looked like that, but it was more like a bluish whitish looking color instead of like the orangish color of light bulbs. It was more like a bluish whitish looking color. So that right there is a part of I'm thinking that's a part. I'm pretty sure it's a part of ascension for most people, but some people are born with it, or like they develop it over time, and it just comes. I think it just comes off of. It's really got to do with imagination. To be honest with you, it's something with your imagination and like you know your truth of your imagination, perspectively speaking. You know what I'm saying? Perspectively speaking. You know what I'm saying? So the truth of your imagination. So I want to tell you what you're gonna be seeing when you going through this visual snow syndrome. So what the things that you seeing, or that they try to say you think you seeing particles in your eyeball or whatever. Nah, what you're seeing, or like different kind of entities. You're seeing light entities, dark entities, you want to call it angels and demons, or if that's what term you want to use. You'll even see an entity of yourself. You'll see an entity of a light version of you, and you'll see an entity of a dark version of you. And see, you just have to understand what that is, And that's all I can really give y'all on that at this moment. But just don't be afraid. I don't want you to be afraid of this if you decide to take this road of truth, because I don't know if it happened for everybody like that, or if some people just don't talk about it. But I put science behind all the math. Behind everything, and so I know, like, that's what I'm saying. Ain't nothing crazy about it. It's just, if you can find the scientific data to back up your mythological claim, you feel me? Then it just might be true. So I did that. I found that. So that's just what it is. Don't be afraid, because when you understand about these stalkers, you want to say stalkers are the things that are just around, but it's alright, because I really think that that you will seeing like it'll go away soon, like it'll go away after a while, like you will ascend to a higher level where that don't become a thing no more. So you don't really have to worry about that. It's just a process. It's just a process. I'm really thinking it's like really something had me thinking like it's probably let me see how I can put this, like a not a gateway, but like a firewall to make you turn around and go backwards. You know what I'm saying? So when you ascend and you go through this, like, or maybe it's a test to see if you can keep going, or if you're gonna go backwards. I don't know who put it there, but but that's kind of how I feel like it is. It's one of them things that make you want to turn around and go backwards, or go to the doctor and they can put you in a crazy nut house. You understand? Like it's kind of one of them things that they'll try to, I feel like it could be both, because it's a yin and a yang and everything. Just like I said, you'll see a light version and a dark version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like me, everything works in duality. Like me growing up as a child, like you can ask my grandparents, my mama, if you know them, but you don't. But anyways, like they always tell me, I used to always be like, you always saying I don't know. Like they ask me, what you been doing? Like, or like what's this? I be like, I don't know, or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the duality of me, I always growing up telling people I don't know and nothing, is me figuring out everything, knowing something, me knowing everything and something. You feel me? Not nothing, something. That's the duality of my childhood. So I feel like, everything has been put in your life for a reason. Like everything does happen for a reason. Not every single thing happens for a reason, but majority, like it just functions the way the function is. It just function like that. Like not necessarily you're gonna meet this exact person in your lifetime because you're supposed to, but if let's say you live in another part of the world, you might meet another soul, like that same particular soul who you met in your lifetime. Let's say if it was you live in another part of the world in that same lifetime, and it might not have been that particular soul, you might meet another soul that, just is that soul, that bondage that y'all have. And trust me, it's real. You just gotta look into the details. You gotta look deeper, look into the details. So yeah, I hope that I reach one, each one teach one. I hope my rhymes kind of reach one. And we're gonna just carry out these messages. And like when I say I think, don't think that I'm saying I'm thinking it's like I'm just making guesses and nothing like that. I do critical thinking, you understand? I'm real good at it these days. But critical thinking, and y'all really, to be honest with you, from my first video if you go back to my first video, in the amount of time that I transgressed from what I was on to what I'm on now, it make it like where the majority of things that people stress about and trip about, like, ain't even real. Like, and me and my partner, we were just talking about that word stress earlier, what it truly means. You know what I'm saying? They put words on us and give us definitions for social engineering purposes. And I'm just throwing this in the video. But the word respect, that's a socially engineered word that don't actually mean what it really mean. I mean, it do, but it don't. You know what I'm saying? The word respect mean to look back at or to look on, like as if you go to somebody's funeral, or, not a funeral, but like when you go to somebody's gravesite and you showing respect to them. Or maybe you go into somebody's funeral, you showing respect. Or like when you talk about somebody that's done good things or something like that, or that, like the accomplishments, or you talk about somebody who died and you just talk about all the things that they did, or like you just reminisce on something that y'all went through together, or something like that. That's what you call showing respect. But when you talk about like this person disrespected me, or this person did this to me, that's not real. That's something through the music, the movies, the churches. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how we got that. The schools, the elementary school, they taught you in elementary school. Respect means that you have to, come on, man. They taught us this in elementary school. Like, that's how big their system is. You understand? Hope y'all understand. I always say understand when I'm talking to y'all, because that be my main thing. Is if I can implant understanding on your mind, that means that everything you do in your life, you won't do it until you understand it. You won't just make a move without understanding. You won't say something out your mouth without understanding it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at. So that's why I'm gonna drill that on y'all, because one day that same duality I ain't gonna have no more. That same understanding I got now, I'm not gonna have it. You understand? I mean, well, you got a long time for that happen. I'm gonna give you that. So, but the duality of that, I can almost time my demise naturally, if that's the case. You just double it up. Boom, 28, 29, boom. So you double up out for that. And that's when my understanding to be cleared. And I'll be done trying to understand. My understanding is over. So, I know that's a little on the deep end, but these are real things, and everything has been put in place for you to act and function a certain kind of way. As long as you know that that's why it is, that's what it is. Like, okay, let's give an example. You walk in the store, male or female, somebody say, you don't even know this person. They look right at you dead in your face and say, "Shut the fuck up, bitch ass nigga." And you like, I know this mother. You like, man, I know they ain't just called tell me to shut the fuck up, bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just disrespect the fuck out of me, you know what I'm saying? So shit, you gonna go to your car, get your pistol, you gonna spur off on them, you know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that. Or like some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You gonna talk shit to them back, you know what I'm saying? Because you feel disrespecting now, you feel you gotta disrespect them back. Either you gonna disrespect them back on a level, lesser than their level, or above their level. You see what I'm saying? But you ain't got too many options but to feel disrespected and want to disrespect them back, okay? Alright, so now you gotta figure out what would it be like if this word that they didn't put into the system for me to operate off of, what would it be like without this word? Okay, let's see. What would it be like without the word respect? Without the word respect, with that same scenario, you walk in the store, somebody look at you and they say, shut the fuck up. Whatever I just said, bitch ass nigga, slap the fuck out of you, or some shit like that. And without feeling disrespected, you heard them say that the only thing you can do is be a critical thinker at this point and be like, why do this person feel like they can talk to me like that? Or why are they talking to me like that and I don't even know them? Why are they coming at me like that? So now you can think, why they must be having a bad day, or they must not like people my color or people that look like me. You understand what I'm saying? And once you realize, and why would they not like people that look like me? Because they just lost. They don't understand what's really going on. So with that being said, because you know that they lost and they really don't know what's going on and they really being brainwashed into being like they really are, because that's how deep in understanding I am. So when you realize that they really, the whole thing is a gimmick for them to be like that, or have for any reason that they could be like that towards somebody they don't know, you will realize that it's not worth giving that same energy back to them, feeling like they done did anything to you, because you like, man, this is just another thing that's just got us out here bad. Like you'll probably start feeling love in your heart, because you're like, man, this person is another person that's brainwashed by this system into thinking how they think. And it'll make, that's why they say Jesus wept. Because, we don't understand these things. Like, if you start looking at it, if you look at it like that, you will understand this person from that end. And the only thing you can say is, why do you hate me? Why do you want to do that to me? Ask them seriously, why do you want to do that to me? And then when they answer that question, oh, because somebody convinced you to hate me. But you have no reason to hate me because you don't know me as a person. And that's the only thing you can say to them. And you can let them walk off in their stupidity at that point. And I promise you they'll never do that to nobody else again, because they don't want nobody making them feel dumb as they really are. It's not their fault though. It's just the life we live, the life we was born into. We here for a reason. So that's that. Hope somebody, each one teach one. Hope my rhymes kind of reach one.